Let's make a deal on silver, folks, and talk about that. I'm going to try to explain how I go about doing it, especially on eBay. You can probably do this at your local coin shop too. Local coin shows, folks. You know, if you ask, sometimes you get a better deal. I'm going to try to explain how to ask the right way. We're going to look at a comment from yesterday's video as well. I got my tablet pulled up on that one. And I'm going to show you the deal I got on eBay. I tell you guys I will pull the paperwork on that and give you an update what the guy with the case that we hooked up for is selling at the shop as well. We got a lot to cover, so please like, share, and subscribe. Let's just get into it. Let's call it the art of the deal. All right, you guys know I shop on eBay a lot. I don't buy gold. I like silver. So I do a lot of silver transactions. Do I win every single transaction that I make an offer on? Absolutely not. I get turned down more times. People don't even want the counter offer back. Well, that's their choosing. It's their item. I understand it. But it really goes to show when people want to try to really uptick their items on eBay, and I make a ridiculous offer back, and somebody says in the comment section, but that coin's worth this much. Well, I understand the coin's worth that much, but it's not worth this price either. You know, we have to realize what our coins are worth. Not put in a ridiculous buy it now offer or buy it now bid, or starting the bid at a high price and no one's going to probably touch it. We have to know as buyers as well, folks, what our coins are worth. And the easiest way to get the melt value, especially on your 90% silver, go to NGC, folks. NGC coin melt values, that will pop it right up. You can use coinflation too. It don't matter. It's all the same price anyways. So how I make my offers on eBay, especially I look at new listings. This is how I do it. I look at new listings. Whatever I'm looking for, if it's 90% silver dimes, is it quarters, is it halves, is it 40% silver halves, is it 35% war nickels? Somebody puts up a listing, make an offer. Well, yeah, I want to get them under melt as much as possible. So I told you guys yesterday, there was a lot of 82 war nickels on eBay. And I'm going to go through the story real quick. A lot of 82, you can see, was yesterday's date, April 13th, 2025. I ended up paying $132.50. There was no shipping on this transaction. So, 132 divided by 82 equals 161. The current melt value at the time I bought them was $1.82. So this person wanted $145 at first. My first offer was $125. Somebody's going to be in the comments saying that's too low. Okay, it's an offer. Don't mean that person has to accept it. This person came back to me at $140. Took $5 off. I'm like, okay, I can see this person's trying to work with me. So my next offer, from $125, I came up to $130. This person replies back, I'll go to $135. $135 would not have been a bad offer, okay? I almost took it, but I'm like, well, maybe I can get a little bit cheaper. So I wrote back $132.50, and I says, look, you take $132.50, I think we will both be happy. I pay fast. The system automatic pays them how I have it set up on my eBay account to the credit card. Boom. Person took it. Folks, not everybody's going to take your offer. Leave a little meat on the backside of the bone where you can come up a little bit. You might be surprised someone might take your first offer. They might counteroffer. They might decline your offer. They decline, move on. There's going to be more out there. There will be more out there. It's no sense to panic buying. It's really not buying. It's converting your fiat paper, almost worthless dollars into real physical money like silver and gold. So with that being said, yeah, I do get turned down a lot. Some people don't even want to work with my offers. Well, that's fine. I just move on. I mean, if we all just stop, not making offers, then, then we're going to lose confidence there's someone else out there that will take your offer. Look, leave a little meat on the bone. But try to be reasonable as too. And I thought my first offer was quite reasonable at the time of where they were melting for. You got to start somewhere. But again, you don't want to go too low and upset the other person either. Sometimes I may upset the other person. You know what? If they get upset with the offer, who cares? Who really cares? Tell you a little trick for coin shops. Get to know your coin shop. For one, I want to go in there the first time you go in there and try to make a deal. Get to know them first. Then after you've been buying 1 or 2 times, maybe, you see something you like to say, look, I'm coming in here quite often. And don't do it loudly. If you can talk to the associate or talk to the owner and say, hey, look, I'll buy this at your regular price. Give me a deal on this. A lot of times they were going to work with you folks. They want your business back. So try to negotiate sometimes. Maybe you're not going to get a deal every single time, but eBay is like an open flea market. So, I mean, you're not dealing with the same people over and over again. Yes, watch out for your fake sellers out there, especially on your Silver Eagles. If you see a Silver Eagle way under spot or even under spot, look where it's coming from. It might be coming from China. Keep away, folks. Those are bad sellers. If the seller has really less than a 98% feedback score, maybe stay away. I mean, I've dealt with people with a little bit less than 98. I've done business with people who have 95% feedback. Read the feedbacks as well, because some of the feedbacks may not concur with exactly what happened. Oh, with late shipment. Well, that's the post office fault. That has nothing to do with the seller itself. Now, if the seller dropped the ball and it gets shipped out to a week later, then it becomes the seller's fault. But if you see slow shipping, kind of take that with a grain of salt right now with the post office. If somebody says, oh, I got fake coins, another comment says fake coins, stay away. Read the feedbacks first. Don't get caught up into an auction that's ending in 5 minutes and you're not looking at the description for one. You're not looking at if it's exactly coin that you're getting. Buyer beware. I have to say that as well. Check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. They have great items, folks. Great prices. I've shown that way before I even started the sponsorship with Pinbacks. A lot of times they come in first place, folks. They're going to give you the best customer service out there as well. You're going to get your product quickly. Talk to Michael. Talk to Brian. Call them up if you got questions as well. They're there to help you. Thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring Coin Shop, Chris. Thank you to the viewer out there as well. Want to give you an update of what's going on with the older man that has not really rented the case. Well, he did because he bought the items that we needed to get the case running up and running. He sold a couple coins this week. Last week, I should say. He sold a 1887 Carson City Morgan Silver Dollar MS63. He had $675 on it. Well, it books for $675 for it. Somebody paid $675 for it. He's very, very happy. Here's proof of the book as well. $675. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm trying to get it in the camera. $600 right on top. Another one he sold was in 1882 Carson City. It booked for $415. He got $405 for it. He had $415 on it. Someone offered $405. We called him up. He said, yeah, go ahead and take that price. Look, it's about wheeling dealing, folks. Now that gets my owner a little intrigued. We normally don't deal with a lot of high-end graded coins. Now it's only 2 he sold high-end. You know, he sold some Silver Eagles graded. They weren't high-end Silver Eagles graded. But that's getting my owner's attention that maybe there is a little bit of play here with some graded coins. My owner hated graded coins for many, many years. We started dabbling into the Silver Eagles MS69, MS70s, and he started seeing that, you know, there was a play with those when I started ordering from the shop. He wasn't happy when I started ordering them from the shop, I'll tell you that. We got into a yellow match. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, look, this is going to be good for the shop. I said, they were going to sell. I said, we will see. We will. And sometimes, folks, sometimes we go on eBay for the shop and order, make bids on graded coins. And if we can make $5 or $10 after the transaction is done with eBay, hey, it's $5 or $10 more the shop can make. And he started seeing that, and he wanted more, so I started ordering more. They're selling, folks. They're not selling at a high rate, okay? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. They're not selling at a high rate. We probably have about 35 in stock right now. But he said, don't get the high-end stuff. But now he's starting to see the light. Maybe we should have been dabbling in the higher-end graded coins. Time will tell if this guy's going to continue to sell or not. There is some interest out there. There are collectors out there. People have to be knowing about that. There are collectors out there. It's just not about stacking. You know, people ask me where silver and gold is going to go. You know, I can't tell you that from day to day. I can't tell you that from week to week. I mean, I can make a prediction where I think it's going to be. I don't know any more information than anybody else out there. Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is cost average. And what I mean by cost averaging is, you see a little bit of a dip with silver or gold, you got the funds to do it, you might want to pull the plug. People get panicky when the price goes too high. They come in, get a lot more at one time. People say it's not a good time to buy gold. Why are people buying gold at all-time highs? I'll say it again, folks. Gold's been making all-time highs. Every time we turn around, we're making all-time highs. Where is the cutoff here? Where we're going to get a little bit of retreat and it's going to start to stabilize? Central banks are still buying gold. So I don't think we're going to see a big pullback on gold. We might. I'm not a fortune teller, of course. But we will see where it goes. I think silver right now, me personally speaking, and I think a lot of people will agree with me with this, silver is undervalued. Yeah, it's suppressed. It's manipulated, if people want to call it that. The game's coming to an end, folks. Eventually the game's coming to an end. We got to keep playing the game for a little bit longer. How much longer? Who knows? All right? Who knows? All I know is this is real money. This is losing value every single day out there. I want to talk about one comment I got on yesterday's video. And actually, this was the guy's first comment on the channel. His name is Charles Hound 6297. I'm going to show you it on the screen. There it is on the screen. He writes BS. My comment, so I don't know if he was talking about goldbacks that I was talking about. I don't know if he was talking about the coin shop information. My reply back was, explain why, please. Snakebite 7271. He says, yeah, I would like to hear as well, instead of a BS comment. Well, thank you, Snakebite, for replying back. These, you know, people want to be trolls on the channel. And it's normally the first time they comment, I almost removed the comment, but I'm not going to remove it. People have a right to say what they say. BS ain't going to bother me. Really. But really, you can't explain why you think something's BS? Then don't comment. There's other channels out there to watch. Maybe the Roadrunner cartoon would be more up that person's alley. Maybe the game of Candyland will be more up this person's alley. First comment. That's his first comment. I can't show you that because I'm not in studio on the tablet. I don't have the studio downloaded on my tablet. I'm going to do the studio on my phone. Or my laptop, I should say, as well. I manage stuff there as well. But, you know, I mean, it's just funny. But they don't explain. So, of course, this was 16 hours ago. This person has not replied back what he thought it was BS was for. And he probably will never just reply back. Probably will never watch the channel again, which is fine. You know, I try to bring the truth on this channel, folks. Try to be transparent on this channel. I had a comment yesterday. And I did remove the comment. And the comment kind of said, why do you ask for donations? I don't ask for donations. I always say, if you want to donate, please only do so if you're able to. I'd rather see people take the donation money and buy their own silver and gold. I don't have a sponsorship where I make a commission, folks. I don't have any links in my channel at all to sell you anything. I will never take a sponsorship with a commission. Some people don't like that. I cannot sell you something. I cannot advertise some product on my channel, which I wouldn't even buy myself. I don't care how much money I could make. It's not for me, it's not the right thing to do. So, the only way I do make a little of extra cash every now and then, if from donations or tips, if someone would like to leave one. But again, I will say it again. I'd rather see people take the donation money, put it towards your own silver and gold. But if you feel like you have to, I'll accept it. I thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the tips. So I want to get that covered on the channel as well. And again, I don't know how many times this guy commented, but he was a little vicious with that comment. So I did remove that comment. It is what it is. If you folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. I'm always happy to help you in your email. You got questions that something that has Pimbex is selling? You're probably going to want to ask them because they might want to explain it a little differently than I would explain it. Maybe we'll be on the same page. I think we are mostly on the same page. I trust Pimbex. These guys are awesome, folks. Give them a chance. They will do the right thing for you. Thank you for watching. CoinShop Chris is out. We will see you this afternoon's video.